I don't work, this is not working in the administration. I hope today that I can give you some of the insights into some of the issues around admissions, immigration. There's many changes happening with UK immigration law at the moment, and I hope I can answer some of those. And can I just say one thing? All those people who are afraid at the back, there are some seats at the front, and I promise that we won't ask you any questions.
I was just going to say that myself. Thank you for letting me ladies sit down. I would like to start off by making a few comments about the Indian MBA market. Working with QS as the regional marketing manager and researching a lot into this market, I do know that the MBA is a really big dream milestone in many Indians' lives, and therefore, the recent trends. Over the past few years, there's been a gradual growth of Indians going abroad to do MBAs. They were shot up a few years ago until I think a few of us became a bit scared of what would happen post an MBA going into recession. But I should tell you that the recent MBA recruitment trends are looking really positive, especially when it comes to Indians going abroad to study right now and their opportunities post a 2-year or 1-year MBA. I'm obviously no expert, but I would like to conclude by saying that it is very encouraging to see so many of you at this seminar alone, and I think many more will join us inside, and just gives all of us a good idea of how well the MBA market is doing in India. With that, I would like to go into the first section, which is choosing to do an MBA, selecting a school, and a course format. I would just like to mention that all the answers that are going to be, all the questions that are going to be answered are going to be extremely generic, very general, so that we know that most people in the room benefit from it. And I would also request that if you have any really specific questions, that you direct it at 6 p.m. inside the hall and not in the seminar room. I think, firstly, I guess we all want a current market overview. I've made a few comments. I'm happy for you to edit to them. I know the first question on people's mind is, will an MBA, recession-proof your job, or, could it crisis-proof your job? So, whoever wants, Anirban, do you want to go?
Well, appreciation for the fact that society and economies in general move in cycles, and there are ups and there are downs. I think the goal of an MBA, the way I like to put it, is that to make sure that you're on the up more than you're on the down. So in that, I could probably say that yes, an MBA would give you tools along with other things, not just the MBA, to get good career opportunities, to ensure that your current position is protected. But just to say that the MBA itself would
build up your CV. I mean, no employer I know of is going to employ you just because you've got an MBA. Otherwise, they wouldn't hold interviews. Alright, so, and how you use your MBA and gain the knowledge and the networks from that is just one of the small things that your prospective employer or your current employer will be looking at. As to whether it recession-proofs, I'm not sure there's a recession going on at the moment. Some parts of the world it might be, but it's quite right, my colleague talking about the ups and downs. And an MBA will help you read the marketplace, it will help you read what industry is doing. But then in the end, it's up to you. So even when times are really, really good, you will find lots of people with MBAs doing really, really well, and some of them not doing so well. But now, what's your perspective, James?
I can only echo what my colleagues have said, is that the MBA will differentiate you, and it will also prepare you for times of recession in terms of how you can steer your organisations, your companies through the difficult times. I don't think anything will future-proof you, not even if your father was a president of the United States of America. I don't even think that would future-proof your career. You probably do quite well, but it wouldn't be future-proof. A lot of it does depend on you and how you use the skills and the knowledge that you gain from an MBA or postgraduate study. Many of you will be considering studying overseas. The environment in which you learn is important, and you may be better off, you may be more suited to staying in India and learning. One of the last things that any overseas institution that are here today wants is for somebody to come and it not to be the correct experience for them. And believe me, if one of our students coming from overseas is to leave, they normally leave in the first week. They never leave after a month or so, they leave in the first week. So the first thing you need to consider is it right for you? Is it right for your family? Is it right for your business? Because many of you are still going to try and carry on working or keep the business ticking over while you take out 12 months or more to complete an MBA. So there's some important considerations that you need to make first of all before you decide your destination of study. Once you've done that, and if you do feel that, for example, with my school, it's not in India and you do want to go overseas, there is such a wide range of schools available and then such a wide range of MBAs available. Each and every one offers something very, very different. Be sure if you are looking to travel overseas, you really have an idea of where the school is. Again, coming from the UK, many people think that everywhere's close to London. It's not. Okay, the UK is quite a big place, and most places you can get to within a couple of hours or so. And I know you're very tolerant with busy traffic, but you don't want to be commuting for a couple of hours for school. And it's surprising the number of people that make that mistake and think that it's such a tiny little place on the map that you can be wherever you need to be. So there's some important decisions to make in regards to, do you want to stay at home? Do you want to go and study overseas? If so, let's look at the location before you even start to think about which school and have I got the funding and things like that.
Dr. Max?
From an academic viewpoint, what does a prospective MBA student look for in a business school? I suppose you start out looking for the 3 letters after your name. But any business school is going to be able to do that for you. You know, if they've got an MBA, they're going to be able to provide the letters after your name. So what else can you get from that business school that's going to assist you? So I suppose brand and reputation is one thing, but they mainly come from people you know or what you hear in the media, etc. But really it comes down to the quality of the academic staff, the quality of the facilities, and the networking and connections which you can make through that business school. So that's what I'd be looking at when you're going forward. And once you have completed your degree, you'll get your 3 letters, but also you take away with you those networks and connections that will allow you to progress your CV. That takes us back to the question